Welcome to all. See, in WA info sections, part 1, I explained principle of finding FSC. In part 2, I gave an example for finding FSC. Now remember, I am giving procedure to find ultimate MR, that is ultimate moment of resistance for WA in post rectangular section by limit state method. Why you want right? Okay. Not required by limit state method. Now, one important information right now. Part 1 and part 2 you have to thoroughly go through, repeatedly go through, because when the time comes here to find FSC, I will not explain anything. That much information given, if you cannot go through that one and directly come here, my class is of no use for you. Okay, start now. First step, sketch given cross section. See, and write all required data. What all you require? B, D, AST, ASC, D dash, FCK, FY, XU max by D. If you check with the single input section, see, these are the two extra. This is extra. These are the two extra. This is additional. You can write here. These two are additional to singly reinforced section. Okay. Now, these all actually already told for you. If the BM is sagging, extreme compression edge here, XU from there, D from there, overall depth, this is AST, ASC. Whereas if the BM is hogging, top AST, extreme compression here, ASC, D and D, small d measured from here. Now one more will come. D dash, effective cover to written here, compression reinforcement from extreme compression edge to CG of the centroid of steel is D dash, here and there also. Now, only for information, during solving of problem, you don't have to write this one. This much sufficient. See, extreme fiber compressive strain, 0.0035. Strain variation diagram across cross section. This is XU. Come down by D dash. This is strain in concrete at the level of CG of steel, but equal to strain in steel, compression steel, epsilon SC. See, you here from this side, using this only you got what? 0.0035 divided by XU equal to epsilon SC divided by XU minus D dash. This already I told you. Okay. Now, write both the cross section. Now see, systematic way, one by one. For this one or for that one, common for both. B stands for breadth or width. D, effective depth. If you want, you can write here. Effective depth is distance of centroid of tension reinforcement from extreme compression edge, or equal to overall depth D minus, see, if you want, you can write here, minus here, effective cover to tension reinforcement. Here also, effective cover to tension reinforcement. If you want, you can write. Okay, then D dash I already told. Based on concrete grade, get FCK. Based on grade of steel, write the value of FY. This is already you are doing every day. And once you get FY, for that FY, get XU max by D. First of all, apart from ASC and D dash, all data are as for singly reinforced section. Okay, one round completed. Now, this sketch will not come once again now. Don't take a screenshot and maintain. Write neatly. Procedure continued. First step, location of neutral axis for given cross section. I told repeatedly, analysis problem means it is always a given cross section. It can be under reinforced, over reinforced, all will come okay. Right if you want. This I am telling from beginning of this course. Let XU be depth of neutral axis. See that you are finding XU. From extreme compression edge, usual statement. Equating resultant compression force to tension force, there are two compression forces there. One in concrete, one in compression steel. This is the equation. This is the compression force in concrete. Stress in compression steel into area of compression steel is the force in compression steel equal tension steel. One small information just for you. See, I write here now. See, actually, you can write here. I'll rub later. Actually, there is an error here because when you take compression force in concrete equal to 0.36 FCK into BXU, you are considering entire compression area of B into XU. But there, the area occupied by ASC, that much area is not there. So, therefore, that you have to account, you have to subtract the force in that area. See, in working stress method, we do it. When you do for ASC, if you remember, we do MC minus 1. I explained in the class. Therefore, what so many people follow is, see, they write the equation 0.36 FCK into B into XU plus they put FSC minus FCC into ASC equal to 0.87 Fy into AST. FCC is the, see, now it will become what? 0.36 FCK BXU plus FSC ASC minus FCC ASC. FCC is the stress in concrete at the level of the steel. So when you, this will give you what? Area of steel which will, where that much area of concrete is lost into stress will give you, see this will come this side. So it will become 0.36 FCK BXU minus FCC into ASC equals so and so. Okay, those who want information. In SP16 it is given. But FCC people take 0.446 or 0.45 FCK because usually this comes in the rectangular portion. But make a note here. IS code has not accounted it. When IS code gave equation for WN per section, they simply considered FSC into ASC. They thought that small area of concrete lost is okay, not a big issue. So we are following IS code. Since you are following IS code, this is valid because somebody tomorrow may comment, he has not accounted. I told, I will tell. I told in the class, but it is universal. IS code told not required. So therefore leave it. If you want, you can write here where FCC you can write 0.45 FCK. If you want, you can write. Okay. Just information. Okay. Now, class, write here. See, what I am telling you right here now. Some dictation is there now. See, what all I tell right here. Already over. Sorry, that one. What I told, that only I told. Something else later. Okay. Already over, right here, what I told. Now, continue question. See, we want XU. We need FSC. So far in the question, we have not explained FSC, right here. FSC is the stress to be considered because why considered analysis problem in steel in compression for given cross section. Now you know it. Just two classes taken. FSC is to be obtained. See, very important again. FSC is to be obtained based on epsilon SC, that is strain in compression steel. Strain in compression steel equal to 0.0035 into XU minus D dash by XU. Write this much. Now, one personal note. See, it is a personal note. Don't write if you are writing examination. See correctly. We want XU. If you want XU, FSC is required. Now, if you want FSC, see here, epsilon SC required, for which you require once again XU. So, right here, without knowing FSC, you should write now, without knowing FSC, we cannot get the value of XU. But reverse, but without knowing XU, see, without knowing XU, you cannot get the value of FSC. This depends on that one, that depends on this one. Without you go there, he will not give. Something, you tell, you come here and give. You tell, no, you come and give to me. No. Someone will tell, you come to my place and give it to me. But you tell him, you come to my place and take it from me. Never ending process. See, XU, actually by this time you can make out. Without FSC you can't find XU, but without XU you can't find FSC. It is a chain reaction. Closed loop. So this is only for information. Now, this is real. You have to write, suppose you are doing examination, this you have to write. See, personal note not to be written. Therefore, don't see this one now. You write statement. XU depends on FSC. See here, XU depends on FSC, which in turn depends on XU. Therefore, we have to go for trial and error procedure. Trial and error means what? Try something. Correct means good. Wrong means once again try. That way continue. Okay, now start trial and error. How to start trial and error? Among these two values, one of them we have to assume. FSC we have no idea. What you do is, you start trial and error with initial XU. See, initial XU here, this initial XU, not that XU. With initial XU equal to XU max. To get FSC, to get FSC. This is called trial 1, first trial. Okay. Now, why XU max? You write here. Something I will explain here, right here. Why XU max means, you know one thing. If XU comes less than XU maximum, it will remain as it is. But in case if XU goes above XU max, the higher value is cancelled, we take equal to XU max. So one thing is sure, XU cannot come more than, we cannot use the value of XU more than XU max. So XU has, you have to consider XU finally either XU max or lesser depending upon under reinforce or reinforce. So why confusion? We will do one thing, we will try for XU equal to XU max, see what happens. Okay, this is all right here. Now, for initially assumed value of XU, that is XU max, find epsilon SC. See here, for that XU, find epsilon SC. Okay. Once you find epsilon SC, and for that value of epsilon SC calculated, see, epsilon SC calculated, find FSC. Now, see, find FSC. I will tell something here. See, very, very sorry. It is so thoroughly covered in part 1 and part 2. Part 1 explanation and procedure. Just today, little earlier, part 2, for example, mild steel 2 cases, torch steel 2 cases. Therefore, very, very sorry. This I will not explain. But there is something called teacher's instinct is there. So, because always I want people to learn. They want to get benefit. They get benefit means what? Knowledge benefit from me. So that instinct will compel me to slightly explain. So during the problem, I will not tell the reasons all. I will tell, see, calculate epsilon, SC, proportional, limit, etc. Now use the IS code, etc. I may tell. But I will not give too much weightage. You write here, this is your headache. So unless you finish part 1 and part 2, if you come to this class is of no use for you. Okay, now over. Now find FSC. Now, substitute in the expression for neutral axis. Substitute which one? Substitute that FSC which just now we got. FSC in the expression for neutral axis. See here, x-axis, and find the value of xu. See, this is the, see, right here. Actually not required. This is expression for neutral axis. Okay, for neutral axis. Actual neutral axis. Okay. That color is not there, leave it. Substitute there. Now you know, remember that FS is, we don't know correct or wrong. Substitute at FSC and get the value of xu. Now, right here, note. Now, completely forget about single A in post, double A in post, or what, T section, and this one, that one, everything forgotten. Limit state method. I told earlier, valid for all cases, singly W or T. What? Already explained many times. Remember it? Less means less, equal means equal, but more means equal. Okay. As soon as we get xu, see, now right now, do not bother about this epsilon SC, double, nothing, trial and error, everything forgotten. Compare it with the xu max and decide under reinforced or over reinforced. If under reinforced, that is, if xu comes less than xu maximum, you know xu remains as it is. If you are writing examination, don't write it remains as it is. Simply skip it. Therefore, xu is correct. Write that way. Continue with the same xu. They will get irritated if you write as it is like that. Okay, but if over reinforced, that is, if xu comes more than xu maximum, take xu equal to xu maximum. With the statement, I have given the statement for you earlier. In case of analysis, ultimate MR or strength, ultimate fractional strength or ultimate MR of over reinforced section is restricted to that of a limiting value balance section. So if you get xu in analysis problem, xu more than xu maximum, that more is cancelled. We have take equal. Once again, less means less, equal means equal, but more also means equal. Anyway, when I do a problem, when I get over reinforced, once I will write it with the statement and proceed further. Proceed further. Now, proceed further where? I will tell now. See, on arrow mark here, proceed further. 1 minute. One chukke. I will clean the board and write now. Next step. I will continue now. See? So, we initially have a assumed xu equal to xu max. Just now at the end of the trial one, we got one xu. Now, compare the just now decided value of xu at the end of that one with initially assumed value of xu for trial one. If both are same, note, very happy. You initially assume some xu and after one trial, you get the same xu repeats. Very happy. No more continuation of trial and error. Then confirm xu and FSC and go for calculation of ultimate MR. It will come there. Ultimate MR, I'll write afterwards. Okay. Now make a note here, class. This will happen only for over reinforced section because initially we assume xu equal to xu max. If the section is over reinforced, you can write if you want. If section is over reinforced, xu will come more than xu maximum. More you cancel, you make equal. So initially equal, now also equal. You should be lucky for that one. Okay, leave it. But if they differ, I should not tell. Differ means not same. Initial value of xu assumed for finding value of what? Fc. If they differ, the value of xu you used in the beginning for finding epsilon sc and the concluded value of xu, if they differ, then continue trial and error. Trial 2. Start from the xu we got at the end of trial 1. That is the latest value. Initial value cancelled. See, the trial and error means what? Always use latest value, and continue and get once again epsilon SC and then get FSC. Again substituting, get the value of XU. Okay, second round over. Continue trial and error till either two successive values of XU or FSC repeat. Any one repeat, no, you can make a note here, class. See, XU depends on FSC, FSC in turn depends on XU. If any one of them repeats, other has to repeat. That much you can have common sense. See, if this depends on that one, if that does not change, this also will not change. Therefore, either XU repeats or FSC repeats. If you continue if you continue the FSC repeating, XU will repeat. If XU repeats, FSC will repeat. So, see, there are two troublemakers here. Any one of them repeat means both will repeat. Stop. But one important, and then confirm XU and FSC and go for calculation of ultimate MR. Now, class, trial and error means it can be lengthy. Later, I may do a question in the class only for practice purpose where number of trials are 5 or 6. I will set the question. It is in my hand. But usually you get answer in second trial or later, worst come worst, third trial. So, decimal right here. See, small decimal difference you can ignore. You can write one previous value, this value, the difference is, if very small decimal difference is there, you can ignore. You can tell, okay, no problem. That also I will tell you later. Okay, now, last step. After all this, see here I told, go for UMR. Here also I told, go for UMR. Formula, ultimate MR of given cross section MU is MU equal to see, I will put first basic equation. See, I will first put basic equation. Those who want basic, some are using this equation. 0.36 FCA into B into XU into D minus 0.42 XU plus FSC into ASC into D minus D dash. This is a basic equation. Okay, you can use this one. Or if you go to IS code version, both are same. MU equal to 0.36 FCK. Based on ratio. Okay, 0.36 into XU by D into 1 minus 0.42 XU by D into BD square into FCK. This is for that one. Second term is same, plus FSCASC into D minus D dash. Use this one. But right here, note, both, note here, if you use this equation, see, you know XU. If you use, right here, note here, if you use this equation, before substituting, get XU by D, but remember, to get the same answer, higher accuracy, 4 decimal, right here, higher accuracy required. Okay. Now, one last note. Both the above equations, both are based on MU equal to CU into A. MU equal to TU into A, here also like working stress method, usually not considered. Some people will tell it is not possible. It is possible. I proved in working stress method. If people challenge me, I will do in limit state also and prove that it is possible. But too much of calculation. See, if you remember that line of action of forces all A, P1, Y1, P2, Y2, resultant you have to locate, leave it. So go for this one. Now, one information. Outside this one, many people, I'm very sorry to tell this one, they go for given AST, they break into parts. One AST for singly, one ASC for a doubly part, balancing, one AST for balancing force in ASC. Some tricks they do and find ultimate MR without trial and error. Completely wrong. It is 100% wrong. I am telling it. If I tell it is wrong, means wrong only. So that's, I do not use any harsh words. It is completely wrong, blunder. What procedure I have given is perfect procedure. Nobody got any other procedure than this procedure. correct procedure is only one procedure. So anybody who come across this class, if they are doing other way, if they are teachers also, from that day onwards, change your teaching and change over to correct part. Go next class, we will go for numericals. Maybe 3, 4 numericals I will take in the class. Okay, see you next time. Thank you for attending my class. Attending means I hope that you really go through entire class. Otherwise, you will not be hearing this one.